1989, Tacoma. You had drive-by shootings all over the city. Crack just took over. It was dangerous for everybody, and it was chaotic. Nobody knew what to do. The police didn't even know what to do. I was, selling drugs. When I quit, I actually got shot and almost beat to death. And then one day I met this guy at the Boys Club, and he invited me to a meeting, and it happened to be one of the very first meetings that Safe Streets held. Now it was time to implement plans and strategies to deal with those situations: drugs, gangs, violence.
We've seen a lot of changes in our neighborhood. It's been fantastic. And ultimately, they were the catalyst for us to get to know our neighbors better. So they've done a tremendous amount because we have a community now, and we have a safe community. We take vehicles through the alleyways and see if anybody's left tires or old couches or anything that's just creating blight in the alleyways. By cleaning that up, we're saying we do care, this is our neighborhood, and we have pride in our neighborhood.
Safe Streets has always been about making streets safe, and when you can lower crime, deter crime in your community, then that's always going to be good for business.
As a kid, I was bullied a little bit. Some of my family members did drugs. They weren't healthy and they weren't happy. But then I saw other people, like in my school, who just thought it was okay, and they didn't really see the long-term effects of what would happen to them. And so I wanted to speak up and tell people that it was a bad thing, that you shouldn't do it. And I knew Safe Streets was the perfect organization to give me that voice and to push me.
Taking charge and making change is about having a vision for where you live. And it means that if you see something wrong, instead of complaining about it, you actually can do something about it because you're not alone.
And that's community. It's knowing that you have support, you have resources, that you're not out there alone. What you need is empathy, sympathy, compassion, and care. And if you have those things, you can make change.
When communities come together like that and build those relationships naturally, it is good for business, and it creates a place that people want to be. We want to be a neighbor, and we think Safe Streets is a great organization that can help us be more neighborly. We can work together and as partners to better our community and keep our streets safe and clean.
When your neighborhood becomes safe and your community becomes safe, you kind of then are searching for an identity. Like what is it that we want to be? What does a thriving community mean to us? That is the exciting part, because now we're building something because we have a firm foundation.
Safe Streets is not about crime. Safe Streets approaches issues that affect community.
I see Safe Streets as an ongoing thing that's going to be happening for more than another 25 years, because they understand the importance of their youth. They are the present and they are the future.
Safe Streets help build a kind of a fortress, of safety for people. And all people have to do now is just invest in it.
I love that they love Tacoma and they love Tacoma kids. They love me.
Everybody needs a Safe Streets group in their neighborhood.